Cunyago, clear of Albrechtsen, and away now from Greening, and slipping it in here for Lee, who threaded it just the wrong side of the post. Some credit to Kylie for diminishing the space at which Lee could strike. Greening, Morrison. Oh, he spotted Brunt well, and Brunt has knocked it in, and no one could apply a stud. The question of the moment: how on earth did West Bromwich Albion fail to score here? Brunt thundered it across the face. Either of them might have applied the touch. Neither of them did. Lee caught on it by Teixeira, whose pass is a splendid one. Miller's onside here, he's worrying Bruce. Ishmael Miller scores! Boy, that's a tidy, tidy goal. Persistence in the first instance from the Portuguese Teixeira, and then the most perfect through ball, onto which Miller connected in the most perfect way. 6 years, Tony Mowbray commanded the Ipswich Town defence. His employees now are giving the Ipswich Town defence quite a working over. I wonder how he would have dealt with Ishmael Miller. Robinson. Miller. The referee has considered that a foul by right on Robinson. Very, very close to the edge of the penalty area. It's Phillips. And again. And Brunt. And Miller! That's a good grasp by Alexander. Miller castigating himself for not getting more on his header, but he had to make all the pace himself. Lee. Well off Morrison, but Teixeira was there snapping at him as well. And Morrison can play an early ball here for Miller, and Miller can worry DeVos. Ishmael Miller! Look at a shape one. He is going to give centre-halves nightmares at this level, Ishmael Miller. DeVos backing off and backing off. Maybe Albrechtsen. Forward by Legwinski. Time for Cunyago to turn. And to roll it in here for Alan Lee! Who's drawn a good stop at his near post from Dean Kiley. Well, Lee had a glimpse at the Albion goal before they'd scored in the first half. And he's had the first strike of the second as well. Forward by Wright. Cunyago! Right across the face. Now Ipswich have come out for the start of the second half with renewed verve here. Half-time has changed the outlook. Ball from Walters. And Lee has time to gather and to turn and to hold off Morrison and to hit one, Lee. Garvin. Robinson's errant header. Walters and Wright and Lee. He's hit the post, and again Lee threw his head in and was caught by Hopkins, and that might well have hurt. It was really brave. No blame attached to the Belgian fullback, who was required to make the clearance. Really forceful header from Lee, but look as he goes in again. Hopkins throws a boot at him and might easily have done damage. Something to lift the troubling Suffolk folk from their seats. Miller's right-footed corner. Up in the air by Miller. Yeah, that's Hufkin's problem, and he looks very pale, doesn't he? He's jostling there with DeVos, but then he gets clattered into by Paul Robinson. It's his own man who sends him to earth, and he looks very groggy. And Albion are defending here against Ipswich's best rate of the game, a man shy. Harding has played it in. Lee! Everything but the goal. Well, Ipswich Town, against one of the best teams in the league here, are giving this a right good clatter at the Hawthorns. Teixeira. Aimed in towards Phillips! Flags up, flags up! A flag with which he has become familiar over the course of the afternoon. Albion have been penned inside their own half for best part of the last 10-15 minutes. When they got forward, they found the net, but it was ruled out. Walters. Chapo tidying up, only Phillips in advance of him. Chapo didn't find Greeny with the pass, he did find Walters. And Walters has hit one and got a deflection and got a corner. A little less than a quarter of an hour for West Bromwich Albion to hang on here. Prior to this, 5 home games either side of the summer break without conceding. They're well past 9 hours of playing time without conceding on this ground. It's Garvin's corner, and the header is just wide from Alex Bruce. Much talk of mutual appreciation between Tony Mowbray and Jim Magilton in the build-up to this game this week. Those friendly vibes aren't extended to the heat of battle here. Right has gone long. Walters has helped it on. Lee and Clark! That's another solid stop by Dean Kiley. It was a solid enough hit from Billy Clark. Nicely teed up for him by Lee, but he couldn't find a corner. Robinson. It's a good ball, problem for Harding. Teixeira to seal it! 2-0. Albion's perfect Hawthorn start to the campaign continues. Filipe Teixeira from Portugal is their latest star. Feeding off a sumptuous pass from the left ball back, he cut in from the right flank and took it tidily. Phillips turning away from Bruce, partially out by DeVos. Coroner's won it, Teixeira wants it again, and has it again, and teases it in towards Phillips! He normally has his say. Not many weeks go by without Kevin Phillips finding his name in little black letters beneath the scoreline. If West Bromwich Albion score 3, you can bet most of your mortgage that Kevin Phillips will have nicked one of them. And right at the end, he's put a gloss on the scoreline here. And the manager, for all he scowls, is now sitting pretty. Robinson, Greening, Robinson, Phillips, bang! It's what he does for a living. 3rd minute of stoppage time. Second goal of the afternoon for Kevin Phillips, fourth for West Bromwich Albion. It all gives it a boing boing feel if you're an Albion fan. And in the end it's a bit